Whoa, what the heck is this? What kind of dog stock is this? Oh, hold on. This is Netflix. No, I can't believe this is Netflix. Everybody said Netflix was going to go high. Hold on a second. Let me just double check this. No, this is Netflix trading at 344 on July 16th at 6 p.m. after it announced earnings. Whew, boy. Nobody was listening. I sure hope you were, because this is what we said about Netflix 3 weeks ago on June 23rd.
Short Netflix. What? Are you crazy? You're going to short Netflix? Why would you do that? Every bank in the world is trying to buy it. They're saying it's going to 500, 600, 450, whatever. Look, it's announcing earnings in a couple of weeks. And if it doesn't fall right now, it certainly is going to fall off the earnings. I don't care how good the earnings are going to be. This stock is going to sell off after the earnings. So target price, 355. We've been actually shorting it since it was hitting an all-time high of 423 yesterday. Again, it went up to 423 this morning, trying to retest that high, and it bounced lower from there. Similar thing you will observe on the RSI. The stock is completely overbought, outrageously overbought. And we're finally seeing a second day lower right here. So target 355 over the next 30 days on Netflix, most likely after the earnings.
Okay, fine. You're going to say, come on, Leonardo, you expect me to remember what you said 3 weeks ago? Come on, man. So just for that, I recorded the video this morning at 6 a.m. saying this right here.
So this is Monday, the 16th of July, 2018, and Netflix is about to report earnings after the hours. I'm recording this video at 6 o'clock in the morning. At 4:05 p.m. roughly today, Netflix is going to release its earnings. Now, of course, the sentiment on Netflix has been extremely bullish, but here's why I think it's going to drop roughly 40, 50 bucks after the earnings announcement. Now,
so, okay, fine. I know exactly what you're going to say. You're going to say, well, Leonardo, I don't have time to listen to all your boring videos. As a matter of fact, half of the time, I can barely understand what the hell are you saying. I mean, these charts that you talk about, these divergencies, these things, look, I've got 2 jobs, I got family, or, I'm running a business. I run multiple businesses. You expect me to sit down and watch all your videos so I can remember all this stuff? There's no way. Okay, fine. And for that reason, exactly, guys, I've developed 2 services. One is a long-term options alerts where you get about 5 alerts to 10 alerts per month. And another one is for VIP day traders that are on it, like me, every day placing trades, staying sleepless at night, studying the international markets, going visiting other traders internationally, trying to see what's going on to arrive at the best new trading ideas. So for that reason, if you didn't have time to watch the video 3 weeks ago, if you missed the one at 6 o'clock in the morning, by the way, the reason I'm recording this video is not to prove the point that I was correct about the Netflix trade. And yes, why not? For that too. But the most important thing from the video that I recorded at 6 a.m. earlier was me explaining the reasoning how I was utilizing Netflix prediction that it was going to drop after earnings to actually place a short trade on Amazon. And this actually goes to answer a very critical and important question that I get asked by many traders that I work with through my coaching sessions, that take chart courses from me and so on. The main question is this: Leonardo, how do I arrive consistently at generating solid and great trading ideas? And I have a lengthened explanation to that, and I have a short explanation. A lot of the trading ideas will be derived from observing the correlations. Okay, so the correlations are the key. But before I go into explain a little bit further what I mean here, let me show you some of the alerts we actually send out on both Amazon and Netflix, predicting the times and the strike prices exactly before they actually drop. So if you are a busy professional, if you are running businesses, just simply click the links below, sign up for the long-term alerts, sign up for the VIP trading alerts. Actually, we're very limited on space on that, so you actually got to sort of go for a little qualification process on that. We just added a couple of senior traders, so we do have a couple of spots available for that. And if you are interested in taking a chart course, and if you're really one of the people that are trying to understand how to use the charts to predict things like this before they actually take place, then click the link below and take advantage over literally a chart course I recorded. It's about 6 hours, 200 plus examples. If you take this course, you're going to be able to do what I do if you apply the knowledge in this course and predict moves like this before they actually happen. I know it sounds like magic, but it's not. It's 100% real, and the truth of the matter is you can do it too. So check out the alerts we've sent out recently. Okay, so here's the alert. You can see clearly short Amazon 3:03 p.m. Amazon puts 1820 puts 1800 puts, even 1790 puts with a price target of $1,710. Now this actually goes to our VIP day trader alerts. They do get a number more trades per day compared to a long-term alert subscription that we have that basically sends you a couple a week. Now, you may be wondering, okay, well, since you got this pulled up, show us what else you did. Well, BLK 500 puts were shorting that in the morning when it was about 504. It got to 496, 497. You could have had an easy 50% return, no big deal. Same thing with the ISRG, maybe 50, 70% return, no big deal. I don't like to discuss about small returns like that. Here was the heavy hitter of the day, JBHT. Now, this is a real trade right here, guys. We recommended it when it was $124 a share in the morning. The puts were worth 65 cents each. You would have been able to sell them at almost $5. Now, that would have been a whopping 700 to 800% within 2 hours. Yes, that's right, within 2 hours. Now, since then, the stock has rebounded. So, as you can see, you know, for VIP day traders, you really got to be involved in to demonstrate a correlation in a particular sector. And since everybody's familiar with FANG stocks, I think this is an illustration that everybody should be able to relate to. Now, it's not even important the fact that I predicted correctly that Netflix was going to drop by 50 bucks, and it did. There is a much bigger lesson that is highly valuable that I hope that you can derive from this. Also in that video, and you can click the link somewhere on the screen if you'd like to check out the entire video, because I do break down the entire Netflix trade and how it was clear to me by observing certain things on the chart. That call basically was made 90 to 95% just charts, and then I gave an economic view on what could be taking Netflix price even lower than 50 bucks in the next couple of months. But again, the most important part of that video was how to generate a trading idea by knowing that Netflix was going to drop. The best trade you could have actually made was shorting Amazon shares. And the reason I picked Amazon among all the other FANG stocks was because, to me, clearly Amazon was going to be impacted by Netflix earnings more than any other FANG stock, because to me, Amazon and Netflix are similar in a way that they trade at the highest multiples in the entire FANG group. So, and we have these observations, and look, you can use this every quarter. You don't even actually have to use this every quarter. You can use this because FANG stocks typically trade in the same direction pretty much all the time. So if you see one of them is portraying a certain behavior going into the earnings, you can observe that pattern and apply it multiple times to other FANG stocks. So again, in the video earlier, I talked about how if Netflix was going to drop 50 bucks or 10 to 15%, that Amazon stock price was also going to be impacted negatively to the extent of roughly 3%. And that's exactly what we're seeing after hours. You see right here, Amazon. I mean, who would think, right? I mean, and I said it was going to be a very unpopular call, but look, here's the Amazon. And by the way, if you're not signed up for the alerts, we sent the alert when it was trading right here about 1827. These puts tomorrow, they're going to be worth roughly 2-3 times more than what you would have been able to pay for them. Actually, a better trade than the Netflix trade itself, mainly because, of course, with Netflix going into the earnings report, those options were severely overpriced. Right, they carried a huge premium. So you could have avoided that premium by actually shorting Amazon. So Amazon reacted the most as far as the percentage drop in relation to Netflix earnings. Okay, Google reacted pretty seriously to Netflix earnings report. Look, it dropped at one point from 1,200 all the way to 1165 and now pulled itself back up to 1179. And if we take a closer look, right, so this is actually right here. This is all after hours. The reaction is solely based on Netflix earnings report. Okay, well, what if we were to take a look at Apple? Did Apple react as much? Apple dropped only from 191 to 189.60, so not a big deal, very small drop. But of course, Apple is a low volatility stock. It trades at a much lower multiple, so it has a different type of behavior. But if we take a look at any FANG stock, they all unanimously dropped as soon as Netflix started selling off. Now, and you can use this observation, you know, between the earnings season. You don't have to wait till they announce earnings to actually be able to play some of these trades that are correlated, right? You can use this, you know, for example, if what I believe is taking place right now is NASDAQ is trading at its all-time high and it's going to make a serious pullback. So to me, this indication that Netflix is selling off could actually just be the beginning of what's about to come, and that's going to be a major reversal in the entire tech sector, which, by the way, I have talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh, here's another stock that I talked about. Pretty much every stock I've talked about in the last 2 or 3 weeks has mainly hit its target price. Now, I recently got a couple of trades drawn. I actually bought some put options on Goldman Sachs and actually went higher today. So, yes, I do make mistakes. I don't get every trade correct. I'm human. But a lot of times, if I study the charts and use some very basic observation, the behaviors of the stocks, we can sort of foresee without necessarily knowing specifically what's going to be the catalyst that will be driving the stock higher. For example, on AVGO, yes, it dropped here clearly on the chart from 251 all the way to 197, literally within a couple of days. Well, we had a price target on AVGO since it was trading at 255, 260, suggesting it was going to drop to this 225, 220 level. Here, take a look at this. This was actually posted in this video right here.
On that. Now, another stock that's a semiconductor stock is AVGO. Now, in this stock, what we're seeing is not only a double top formation, but we're also seeing what we describe as a head and shoulders, which is another powerful bearish pattern. So on the AVGO short, we're seeing a target of $225, which is significantly lower where the stock is currently trading at the level of 260.
Okay, and so to finish my point, right, this is what we've got. All the FANG stocks fell on Netflix news, including Facebook, right? Not as dramatic of a drop, about 207.30, 207.50, all the way to 204.80 after hours. Now, what is the main point I'm trying to make here? The main point is this, guys. I've got close to 300 stocks on my watch list. I split my watch list into sectors, and I observe these sectors to be able to generate trading ideas on consistent basis, okay? Because once the technology stocks are going to be done with earnings, you know, like the financials are mainly the stocks that are reporting earnings right now. When they're going to be done, there's going to be retailers later down the road. And so you want to be able to observe certain behaviors and characteristics. And if you got your watch list designed in a way where it helps you digest that information, properly observe the behaviors of a certain group, you will be able to come out with some incredible trades. So if you'd like to learn more, simply schedule your 20-minute free coaching consultation. Actually, last week we completely ran out of spots for that, and this week I'm traveling. So, but we do have openings for the weekend and next week. So take action now. Simply click the link below this video somewhere. Schedule a 20-minute free coaching call. If you're trading stocks or options, and maybe you'd like to get more consistency, maybe you would like to specifically know, how do I use the charts to predict things before they actually take place, as we have seen today with Netflix. Maybe you'd like to check out the entire Netflix video I posted earlier, specifically talking why I thought this $50 drop was going to materialize before it actually took place. And so if you'd like to really learn the system and how to apply it, I use a system of divergences. And there's a number of divergences that you can actually observe in the chart. So if you'd like to take the 6.5-hour course I've recorded with tons and tons of examples explaining the divergences and how to use them to be able to identify some trading opportunities like this one on Netflix. Just simply click the link below. I think there should be a link there talking about the charts and patterns recognition course. Take advantage of it and take your trading game to an entirely new level. Now, if you're not a day trader and you still like to understand how this trade works, but maybe you're just too busy, you simply sign up for the long-term options alerts. You'll get a couple of alerts every week informing you of some trades that we're taking here at marketcrash.money. So take advantage of that. It's actually quite affordable, and so you can just simply start with that. The links are below. I wish you guys happy trading. I wish you great trading success in stocks or options. And if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to schedule this 20-minute free coaching training on stocks or options and get your questions answered. Make this year your best trading year ever. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.